Awesomeness. That's what we're loving at the moment. These sort of raw, impromptu face-to-face versions of things. It's in my mind got a lot more soul than a lot of recorded stuff.
Yeah, it's a big thing in the music industry now. Hey? It's like people are, I think, getting a little bit tired of the whole
overproduced.
Not just overproduced, but like a very mechanical sound.
Yes,
I mean, even DJs, if you look at someone like Avicii, a lot of his music actually has now organic stuff in it. And it has like people singing and acoustic guitars. And then, then when the big drop happens, it's all electronic and whatever. But the actual build-up of the song is very generally quite organic. And I think people are really enjoying that because it's bringing music back, a little bit.
It has gotten a bit sort of mundane with the electronic influence, I think.
Definitely. Who would you say are you guys' main influences, internationally and locally?
Debussy.
There's always that silent moment. We have to think about it.
I think in terms of South African influences, because some of us had gone and studied jazz intensively, and we'd have to go and draw influence from some of the South African jazz players as individuals. Everything you learn kind of shines through in your playing. So I think, some of the sort of Selelo Selotas and the Sipho Gumedes are in there somewhere.
Yeah, definitely.
And, in terms of international references, we've got, lots of bands that we really look up to. A lot of Nordic acts like Mew, MEW, not Muse, but also Muse. And we take a lot of influences from day-to-day things. It's like this latest record that we released now is also very current. So Marco enjoys to draw on lots of modern, current-day influences, and I prefer to draw on sort of a little bit older references. So it's quite widespread, I would say.
Nice. It gives you a sort of an eclectic, well-grounded sort of sound.
Would you say that the two of you are the main people who write the music in the band?
No, I would say that Richard and Marco would be the two main people that are writing music in this band.
Richard, is it true that you used to be in Kid of Doom?
Yes, it is.
And that ISO was just a side project at the
and
time?
Then it became the main project.
Can you tell us a little more about that?
I was fresh out of school, touring with Kid of Doom, jamming all around the country, and we were like one of the first post-rock instrumental bands in the country. And we had a great time. We played some epic shows. Fortunately, that broke up and fizzled out. So now it's us all the way and loving it.
And have you guys had some disturbing or random experiences on tour? With groupies or people jumping on, stealing your confetti? Throwing bras at it.
We were playing a show in Cape Town last year when a what do you say? A small person, a dwarf, decided to join us on stage.
A little people,
and he
in a circus outfit.
Yeah, he was dressed in that like American flag, like Uncle Sam.
With
the hats.
Nice.
You guys are really reaching the masses, eh?
Yeah, definitely.
No, it was quite weird, and like he stayed for one song, and then it was like, okay, buddy, what's happening? And then he stayed for another song, and then it was a little bit orksies, because are you even allowed to tell this guy to leave? I don't know.
What's the right word when you want to tell him to piss off?
Yeah,
Can you tell a midget to piss off?
Yeah, that was the question.
That was the big.
And it actually happened, I think, more than once. But anyway,
there was also an occasion when we were playing. This was early on. We were playing in Durban, and the stage was Durban, and the stage was at ground level, sort of at the audience level.
Yeah.
And there was this crazy dude in the front of the crowd, and he was like freaking out and loving life and whatever, and he decided no, Richard wasn't singing the song right, so he'd gone on the stage and he pushed Richard aside and he started singing his own song over our music.
Nice.
So that was pretty interesting.
So definitely lots of interesting stories, maybe more the disturbing lack of groupies and more you guys seem to attract the freak shows, eh?
Yeah, no, hey, let it be known, we have signed boobs in our lives.
Nice.
At which point we thought our career was over, but
wow, weren't they nice boobs?
No, because it's like, hey, I've signed boobs. That's that, What more do I need to achieve?
Well, I also noticed that on your album you guys I don't want to say copy, but But you took influence from Queen's album cover.
They're self-titled.
Yeah.
Also do the
Okay,
Abbey Road.
wait a second.
Which album
Wait
are
a
we talking
second.
about?
Which album are we talking about here?
Facts.
is gonna get
Well, I think it's more of just a press.
No,
Press
Oh,
release.
yeah.
There we go, guys.
Press photo paying tribute to Queen.
Yeah, totally.
So would you be a groupie if you could?
Of-
You know, of Queen.
Freddie.
You know, they're like jumping on and
think-
like
think
pushing him
more
out the
Richard.
way.
As long as Freddie's not touching me, then it's fine.
Okay, Freddie, you got that. No touching.
I think Richard definitely, considering he's done like the Queen tribute here in South Africa with, Joseph Clark,
yeah.
which is awesome. I think he would be the big groupie. I think we just dug those photos, and we wanted to redo them because they're awesome.
They are
Well, there we
awesome.
go. It's
Yeah, I mean, it
awesome.
should be blatant that it's Queen, it's us doing
Yeah.
Queen.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, no,
it's not-
definitely, yeah.
So, and we said that when we released them, like, you can check, there's a whole thing, there's us doing Queen and also Beatles
Yeah,
shoot.
yeah,
Yeah,
we've got it
the
right
Abbey
over
Road.
here.
Yeah,
Pretty
I mean,
cool
if you
photos,
can't see
guys, I
that,
must say.
if you can't see that's not Beatles, then maybe you shouldn't be listening to our music.
Although there's a Yaris in the background.
Yeah, dude, it's Beatles from the future. Yeah.
It's Abbey Road and Pretoria.
Yeah, so that was a fun thing we actually did. We did all of those with Sean, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean Brandt. Yeah, he's
Lots of fun.
Yeah, he's a fantastic photographer. So it was also kind of the opportunity to work with him was awesome, and this all came together. So
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
And what are you guys' future plans from here on out?
World domination.
yeah, I think we've been itching to get back to Europe big time, you know. But it's funny, in the last couple of years, the industry's kind of turned on its head, you
Yes,
know,
it has.
since we've been to Germany. And this whole EDM revolution is kind of made it a little bit more complicated. And I'm not meaning to complain. I just there's a different taste that people are looking for.
No,
you know?
let's say complain away, eh?
South Africans like to complain.
No, but you see, yeah, it's a little bit more expensive to get a bunch of guys over as opposed to one dude who doesn't really know what he's doing over. So yeah, that's been a bit hectic. So we're looking into it, you know, and we definitely want to go back to Germany for one. We had an amazing experience there, and we'd like to have another amazing experience there, and possibly the rest of Europe. You know, Al's been doing some European tours with Dear Reader, which was, you know, when he came back so excited because people are interested in music, you know, they're interested in bands.
Yes, yeah, sure.
And we're interested in making band music, so I think it could go well together.
match.
Yeah.
Very
So
logical.
definitely Europe, eh?
Do you guys have any advice that you could give out to, you know, upcoming bands and that kind of thing? Would you rather tell them, okay, do it yourself, or go for the
No.
labels? What do you
Never do it yourself. Please don't do it yourself. No, seriously, you can't run a company without other people. And we've been doing it ourselves, and it's been great because we have all creative control. I'm not saying go for like a 360 deal, because that also sucks. But like, find people who love your music as much as you do, who don't happen to be musicians necessarily. Or if they are, it's not their main interest. Their main interest is perhaps the business side of it. But like, doing it yourself, I think you can only do that for so long until you hit a ceiling. And I think the most important thing that I've realized is you got to stay in communication with your band, man. You got to talk to your band members. You guys got to know what's going on all the time in your heads. If you don't, it becomes very bad.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, any last words? Dirty jokes?
No, not for me.
Richard, do you have any dirty jokes hiding around there
Nah,
somewhere?
I'm quite a clean guy. I know Alex is quite dirty.
No.
Alex, want to give it a go?
You really want a dirty joke?
We want a dirty joke. Dirty,
I think
good.
section all these years.
No PG-13 dirty jokes, eh? Dirty jokes.
Like, can I swear?
You can do what
say
you
whatever
like.
want.
All right. So, I walked into a bar in Australia, and then there was this old man sitting across the way in Australia, and he said, "Oi, mate, how do you get a fag to fuck a Sheila? You shit in her cunt."
Chief, is that
So you're cringing yet, guys?
Yeah, that was definitely not PG-13. Sorry, Mom. It won't happen again. So, guys,
Well,
one more
that's a
song.
dirty joke.
So just to remind you, after that one, we do have a band in here. We don't just swear at people and stuff. It's all them. They swear at people. We don't condone it. Although we don't censor it neither.
That's awesome, dude. I felt, you know how much amazing that felt to be able to say that on radio. Thank you so much.
We're glad you enjoyed it, man.
Cool. So that's ISO. We're going to play them out with Destiny.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys. Woo!
So, thanks, guys.